come and went up in the temple to pray. Three things are to be noted in this gospel. Firstly, the great pride of the Pharisee. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. Secondly, the true humility of the publican standing afar off. Thirdly, the great justice of God in his house. This man went down to his house justified. On the first head, it is to be noted that the pride of the Pharisee was seen in three ways. 1. Because candidly he was thinking himself just, I am not as other men are, as if he alone was just. 2. Because he despised others, I thank thee, that I am not as other men are, despising all, he alone thought he possessed what he did not. 3. Because he arrogantly boasted of his own good deeds, I fast twice in the week. Gloss, he who went pray does not pray, but praises himself. There are three acts of pride, as the gloss says, which thus begins, there are four kinds of fear. 2. On the second head, it is to be noted that the humility of the publican appears in three things. 1. He was standing a long way off, as if unworthy to enter the temple of God, standing afar off. 2. That he judged himself unworthy, even to see the temple, would not so much as lift up his eyes to heaven. 3. Because he judged himself to be a sinner, and was asserting this, smote upon his breast, saying, God be merciful to me a sinner. These are three acts of humility. Gloss. He did not dare to draw near that God should draw near unto him. The first, he does not regard that he should be regarded. The second, he knows that God does not know him. The third. 3. On the third head, it is to be noted that the justice of Christ appears in three ways in this gospel. 1. In the justification of the humble publican. 2. In the condemnation of the proud Pharisee. 3. In the exaltation of the humble over the proud. Of the first, this man went down to his house justified. Of the second, rather than the other. Gloss, that is, before him in comparison with him, or more than he. Gloss, the heart is exalted before a fall, which applies to the Pharisee, and it is humbled before grace, which applies to the publican. Of the third, he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Gloss. The controversy is placed between the publican and Pharisee. Afterwards the sentence of the judge is recorded, that we should avoid pride, that we should hold to humility, which exalts a man to eternal glory. He that hath been humbled shall be in glory.